Crawford, please welcome him to the panel here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Like I said, we definitely appreciate you coming here for this evening. You said that you have a horse running in the 7th race? Okay, so you've got a horse by the, which one is running? Is it Zizi? Okay, so Juan's riding a horse by the name of Zizi in the 7th race. It's the 1A. Can you tell us a little bit about this one? Actually, I do recall this race last time when the horse ran. It had a nice little late kick in the stretch and came third at 145 to 1. Can you tell us a little bit about the trip?
Yeah, well, he didn't get the best of breaks from the gates, but that played the way that I wanted to really ride him, because I wanted to sit a little off the pace. Usually I realized he found himself a little too early in the race and he was always burning up himself, so I decided, well, it's time to drop him off and try a late kick with him. And turning for home, you know, like I thought that I had a shot of winning the race, and he just idled a few strides with me, and then I had to try to get him back together again. And by the time he kicked again, the last furlong, it was like a little too late for him, ended up running third. So today I'm hoping for a more genuine run from him, that when I do kick with him, he gives me my full run all the way home, no stopping, no traffic jams, nothing, just smooth sailing the whole way home, that I can turn him into a winner today, then have my first winner here.
So by the genuine run you're talking about, you're looking to come off the pace once again with Zizi, or have a little bit more speed in?
No, I prefer to come from off the pace. It seems like he'll do better that way, because you only have really truly one kick, you know, and I have to use that one kick that I have wisely and at the right time, so that when I do ask him, he'll be flying for home. You know, so I just don't want to be too far out of it, but I just want to reserve everything for that final kick that I have, because it's the only kick that I have with him.
Well, that sounds like a really sound strategy, and we're looking to see Zizi run a huge race in the 7th. Also, in that last race there, the horse Stelicho looked like one that was really tough to beat. So for you to run third to that horse, that's a really huge effort. And you don't see too many horses come in the money at 145 to 1. So for you show players out there, you were definitely going to the bank. So that was a huge effort, and we wish you better luck in this race tonight. We wish you the win. So all the best on that one. Can you tell us a little bit, because we've seen you ride at Woodbine, we've seen you also a lot at Fort Erie Racetrack, and I've watched you on a lot of horses. I'll tell you one thing, I noticed that you have like that need for speed there, and you're extremely solid on speed horses. Is that your preference, or do you prefer just anything that goes your way?
No, I really truly, I prefer an off the pace horse. I love an off the pace horse, and I love a nice finish, you know, like me and another rider hook up and we're just going for it all out, you know, because I'm a strong rider or a strong finisher, but most of the horses that I end up on are speed horses, or horses that really and truly they're careless, so I have to put them in the pace to get them in the race, to try to build some confidence out of them, and that's where they love to run from. Usually everyone is like sitting off the pace with them, and they just one run nothing, they give you nothing. So if I find a horse like that and he have no stats, he's always like double digits the whole way home, I decide, well, it's time to put him in the race, get him in the race and see what he really has inside of him. So unless you get him in the race like close to the pace, on the pace, then you'll end up like the other riders or the other runs that you had before. They always be double digits, 15, 20 lengths always out of it, and all the horse never improves from there. So then you have to try something new, so put him in the race. You know, that's the only option I have with the horses that I ride, because like, I'm not sitting stairs as some of the other riders will call them, you know what I mean? Like easy rides I have, most of the rides that I ride is like horses with bad paperwork, you know, they're not competitive or whatever. So that's the honest way, but my preference really and truly is to stalk a race, you know, to be in the engine room of it and give them a good run home.
I'm sure it must be a pretty good feeling if you're sitting off the pace and you know that the horses up front are going really, really fast, just to be able to know that you have all that horse under you and to make that good kick. Do you prefer going like inside of horses, in between, or outside?
Well, I don't really have a preference, you know, for where I want to make a run. Like, I believe outside might be the clearest path when you're really making a run in the end of it, but sometimes it's like everybody's drifting so much, and the only option you got when you make that final kick might be a real run at the time, or you might have a horse genuine enough that you can weave him through the pack and find an opening and make that run. So it's all in the horse that they have at the time, where he's willing to go. Some horses are a little more shy, a little more cowardly, so you got to find clear path for those horses all the time, and then outside might be a better preference. But if you have a horse that's more competitive, you know, you don't want to put him outside, because then he's like, he don't have as much competition now all around him. He's just going to be like, give him just a quiet run. But if you get him in between horses, maybe even if the rails is there, some horses love the rails and they can give you everything they have on the rails, so you're going to find a run on the rails. So you don't want to be too far out with those horses if it's too piled up, you know what I mean, in front of you, and you don't really have an opening. Some horses will prefer to die on the rails, but wherever that opening comes, then I got to make my run. I'm making my run. Whether I got to split horses, doesn't matter. Once the horse is willing to do it, and I know I can build the horse's confidence enough that he can do it, I'm going for it.
Now, when you ride a horse that's wearing blinkers, do you find that they have a lot more like incentive to go between horses there and make their big run, or do they tend to shy away if they don't have the blinkers? And do you find that there's a difference once the blinkers have been added?
Well, with some horses add blinkers. You might not have a problem with going between horses or whatever, but you might add, some people add blinkers to just sharpen them up a little bit more, to have them paying more attention to, you know, to the race itself and not to everything around them. Because some horses are shy, and you put blinkers on them, they have a huge heart all of a sudden. You know, they don't care if it's inside, outside, between horses. They just more focus on going forward. So that's the difference between the blinkers on and off. It's all in the horse itself. You know, some horses will love it. Some horses don't love blinkers. Period. They don't pay attention anymore. Once you put blinkers on them, they just gates open up. They burn everything out. They don't relax. They don't do nothing else. So that's the difference with the blinkers on or off. It's all in the horse and what the horse really needs. You know, if he needs those blinkers, you're going to need to put them on, and you'll see a completely different running of the horse.
Okay, well, thank you for all that, Juan. We will get back to you very, very shortly. We'll just have a minute to post time for race number 5. We wish you all the best on your betting here, to all the owners, trainers, and safety to all the riders out there. Good luck in race 5. Just getting back, just want to backtrack here and talk a little bit about how you got started in the racing industry. Like, how did that come about?
Well, when I was younger, I always enjoyed watching the horse racing, like on television at home in Barbados, and it was a thrill, you know, me seeing the horses, and I always loved animals. So first opportunity I got to start riding, I was like just turning 14 years old, and in Barbados they have a riding school. So I was begging my mom, you know, I want to go to this riding school also. She was like, you know, you gotta go to school, not a riding school, you know. And I was like, then my stepfather, he said, oh, give him an opportunity, give him the chance. And then she did give me the opportunity, and from there it was like, start training. It was early every morning, you gotta get up, and it was fun, you know, going over the years. And then as the years went on, started winning more races and started winning championships at home in Barbados. It was like, it started to say, well, I need more, you know, maybe because there's not as much races in Barbados as there is in the outside world. So I'm like, started to go to Trinidad, and I rode the whole Caribbean. But from the time I got the first chance to come to Canada and I rode like in Manitoba and Winnipeg. Didn't do bad there, won lots of races there, and then went back to Barbados. I was riding contract for an Englishman, and he had a big stable, and we did wonders together. I mean, we were winning like at least 3 or 4 a day, every day that they had races. So I just decided, you know what, it's time to move on, and I came back to Canada, went back to Manitoba first, and back to Husbands was like, no, you don't belong to over there. Over there going to kill your career. Come over here. But in Woodbine, it's going to be hard to get a start in Woodbine, and no matter how good a rider you are, it's going to be still hard. So go to Fort Taylor first, and just that will keep you afloat for the time, and hopefully you get your break in Woodbine. You know, they watch you and they see that you have the talent or you have the ability to ride, and hopefully then you will get your win, start to get 1 2 better horses as it goes on. And there's some people recognize, well, yeah, I have talent, but then, you know, I understand, well, they have the riders already, and, you know, they have to work towards that, but I'm still going at it. Hopefully, sometimes start to get better horses along the way and start to get better rides. Then we'll be able to see the real talent that I have in me. But most people think, oh, yeah, I'm a speed rider, because that's what you give me to ride. You give me horses that love the front end of a race, or I would need to put in the front to get the best. And I'm like, I need the horses that can run anywhere, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter where the horses want to run from. Just give me the horse, just give me the opportunity, and once they know it needs from off the pace, I'm going to make sure it's off the pace, because I need to get my run home. I just want to win, you know, so wherever my horse suits or wherever it belongs to, I'm going to put it there and I'm going to win the race, because that's all I'm studying is to win. And also, over all the years that I'm just 33, I'm going to be 34 shortly, and this month I'll be 34, so I'm like, it's a long trip, you know, and gotta get my foot in this door here and really start to win some races at this track, you know what I mean, and try to lift my career to another level altogether, you know, so that's about it for me at this present moment. So I'll be trying to see what I can do with my ZZ in the 7th race, and hopefully I get the win.
One right there. It's easy all the way.
Yeah, I'll be trying to see.
We definitely wish you all the best on that mount and all of your future mounts, because you certainly have 2 things, and you've certainly shown that throughout your speech, that you have dedication and perseverance. And with all of your riding, you certainly have quite a talent for riding, so we certainly wish you all the best with everything.